Betty Glover there talking to the British team, and Betty's going to be down in the mix zone a little bit later, so we'll hear from her there. But this is a tough format, this team final. 3 gymnasts up, and all 3 scores count, and they're going toe for toe as well, Ben.
It is, and it's such a difference. Everything starts from 0, so all the teams are on a level playing field, so every single routine counts. So the little steps, those little tenths, it can be the difference between a medal or not.
We'll keep talking as we go through the competition. One just coming to an end now, so I'm going to run over to the commentary box and join Christine Still and Craig Heap, who will bring you highlights of the first rotation.
On to vault. United States Jordan Childs.
Really powerful run. Fabulous double twist. She nails that landing.
Just look at this powerful approach for Yurchenko on. Blocks, wraps into the double twist. Plenty of height, plenty of flight. Should be a great score.
And 14.4 for Jordan Childs, good opener.
Next up, to lead off Great Britain, Alice Kinsella.
Very powerful approach. Up high, double twist as well, just a little hop back with a great flighted vault down the middle.
You've got to really attack this vault, and something she's got really good at in the past few years. Look at the distance from the platform. That's good, powerful vaulting, just what Great Britain. Next up for China, Tang Jijing onto the beam.
Well negotiated mount. It's difficult to somersault straight onto the beam, but she made it look easy. And now she has to somersault along the beam. Super, straight back. Very precise there. There's her 2 jumps. You have to include 2 jumps linked. But she really didn't lift very well off the beam for that change leg into ring. It's a difficult move and you need lots of height. So that's 1 whole mark off. Part of the beam routine that's low to the beam, you have to include some of that. Very nicely, oh, but again, they're so precise usually, these gymnasts from China, but she just didn't go for her finishing positions. It's always difficult to come in and start on the beam. Into the dismount, very nice. Oh, I was going to say a very nice double pike, but she didn't give it quite enough energy. So that is 3 falls. Whatever her normal score would be, there'll be 3 marks less.
Disappointing start for China on the beam. Such a difficult piece of apparatus. Alice Kinsella, 14.133 for vault. Next up, on to the vault for Great Britain. Jessica Gadarova.
Harnesses all this power, flips on beautifully high. Big hop backwards, but great style in the air.
Such a powerful gymnast. Look at this, strikes off the top, wraps in, double twist. Did very well to control the power on the landing. So for Italy on the bars is Martina Maggio.
led the team to European success. That's, oh! I was going to say that is a beautiful high Kachev, but it just went a little bit long. You can see she just came too far over the bar and she just couldn't get her hands right on. That's very unusual to see. Italy have been so steady on the bars. Back on the bars, you have 30 seconds to get back on. Lovely full turn into the transfer to the high bar, the shaft, and then, oh, and then the Kachev that she brought in closer to make sure she didn't miss again, and she came in just a little bit too close and ripped off the bottom. Well, very untypical work this. Italy usually are so magnificent on the uneven bars. You see there she caught with bent elbows, and as your weight hits the bottom, it just rips you off the bar. So, really needs to steady now because all these scores have to count. Lovely full pirouette again, up to the high bar. Here she winds up into the invert grip, the full turn, the half turn out of it. Here's the dismount, the double Arabian, the half turn into double front, but the damage had already been done.
Disastrous start for Italy on the bars. We've seen China fall from beam. Jessica Gadarova, 14.2 for her vault.
And for USA, Jade Carey, she's their big vaulter.
Something big here, 5-6 on difficulty. Oh, superb vault in the round-off half-turn, handspring straight front with a 1.5 twist. Scored 14.6 in qualification. That's going to be a big vault, Christine.
It is. If you think that's marked out of 5.6, all the other gymnasts have done vaults that are marked out of 5. So she'll have a few deductions for loose legs, but that was a very good vault. And the score is very good, 14.8.
Third gymnast for Great Britain on the first piece of apparatus, Ondine Champon. Just 18 years of age.
Very slight but powerful, blocks beautifully high, legs locked together, really doesn't give anything away to the judges.
Fantastic vaulting from Ondine. Plenty of height and flight, that's what the judges are looking for. Nice tight legs in the air. See the disappointment. Gymnast Martina Maggio, 11.7 on bars.
So Rebecca Andrade, silver medalist at the Olympics on this apparatus.
Into the bar final as well. Look at the height there. Stalder with the full turn immediately into the pike Kachev. Transfers down and immediately to the high bar. Gymnast want the least amount of free swings as possible. Look at the height there, the pike Jaeger somersault. Stoop with a full turn, straight into the dismount, full twisting double back. What a routine!
See, she catches there at full stretch, elbows straight, and this is what's so impressive. Down to the low bar, feet immediately on, and back up to the high bar. Score of 10.7 for Tang Zhijing.
Good, solid start for Great Britain. 14.366 for Ondine Champon. It's Great Britain into second place so far. Score there for Rebecca Andrade, 14.633. That's a huge score for the bars. Brazil into third.
So Jessica Gadarova, first up on bars for Great Britain, their second piece. Currently just 0.4 behind the Americans.
And up to the high bar.
Jessica
She's
scored.
got difficult combinations to start. Controls the Jaeger. Now this is the big one. The Kachev with the half turn down to the low bar, a little bit scrappy on the legs, but she caught well. Nice shot. And Pak Salto. Another big flight move. Here it comes. The half turn. Well done there. She's got to include a full pirouette. Here it comes. Now just give some energy to the dismount. Full twisting, double back. Great opener from Jess.
What a finish and what unbelievable composure from Jessica, because there were a few moments there where she had a little fight, but goodness me, did she win the battle.
Chucking up the board a little bit, just to chuck.
Yushan for China.
Good control on the spin. We've seen excellent first tumble. Well controlled double back. Always elegant. Leaps and jumps are fabulous. Just a little lack of control at the end of the spin. But here, beautiful split. And that's really nicely controlled. Super finish.
Well, the second of the Chinese gymnasts on floor. And second piece of apparatus, but what a shocker they had on beam and put them out of the running, potentially for a medal.
Yes, very disappointing for them really, because they've got some wonderful, elegant work.
And there's a lot riding on this final as well, Chris, because as far as Olympic qualification is concerned, the top three are invited straight away to the Olympics, which obviously changes the build-up dramatically.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, top three. So if you can make that, you're home and dry.
Melanie de Jesus dos Santos for France now on vault.
Super powerful gymnast. The double twist landed a bit low there, actually. She crunched down a little bit, obviously going for nailing the landing. Yeah, a little bit deep, but perfect on the way on plenty of height.
Yeah, that was a surprise, really. It was a very deep landing.
Well, Melanie's very busy for the French team today, a 13.7 for vault. She's doing every single piece of apparatus. Real stalwart of that French team. So across to beam and Brazil. Rebecca Andrade. What a gymnast the 23-year-old is. Again, 6th at the World Championships on this piece of apparatus. She's in the beam final.
And she really showed how that mount should be done. Hit the splits beautifully, and on that leap series. Smoothly into the back flip and layout. She was a little bit off, but she managed to control it. Takes a little pause after the free walkover. If you can join those elements into jumps, you get some bonuses. So it just her start score will be affected a little bit by that. Very nice as well. The leap to a ring position, she took the head right back. Oh, goodness me. This beam is tough today. Free cartwheel, which is a relatively easy element for her. She just let it slip away.
Wow, where are the medals going here?
Well, she's recovered well. But here comes the dismount, the round-off flip, double pike, hugely difficult and really well performed, but she'll be very disappointed with herself.
Yeah, well, she will, Chris, because as you say, it's one of the simpler moves in the routine where she came a cropper, and you look at the difficulty, and she is, without doubt, you know, one of the world's best on that piece of apparatus.
Oh, yeah, she's a fabulous gymnast all round.
On we go then with Team USA. Leanne Wong up to swing the bars.
Straight into the handstand. Shoulder half turn. Plenty of height and flight there. The front somersault to catch the Jaeger somersault. Well, that was nice. The full turn, pack salto down to the low bar. She has to go back up there, she does. And again, the pack salto without the twist. Shap with the half turn, back onto the high bar. Big dismount coming, watch this, winds up into the double straight. Oh. Little buckle on the knees, but she saved it.
She did, and you can see why she was brought in to the team to do that. It's the only piece that Leanne Wong is doing today. She's the national USA bars champion, but do you know, it's interesting because this was the weakest piece of Team USA in qualification. They actually came fourth of the teams that are competing here in the final.
Yes, and she didn't actually work on bars in their qualification. They've obviously brought her in specially to steady things.
Colleen de Villar of France.
And she's their big vaulter. 1.5 twists, but it's a little bit offline, isn't it? The handspring straight front with 1.5 twist, big step to the side.
It is because she's such a powerful gymnast. Look at this, you have to block, create the rotation to wrap in the 1.5 twist. Again, if your shoulders are slightly down, whichever way you land, you're going to take a step that side.
So it's a 13.7 for France for their second piece. So just a reminder on how this works, that it's 3 up and 3 to count, and you simply add the gymnasts' scores together to get the total for the piece of apparatus, and then the country with the highest score after 4 pieces of apparatus will be crowned team champions. And at this rate, it could go anywhere, and maybe it could be in the hands of Great Britain. Georgia May Fenton will be next to go. So a 13.766 will be a welcome score for Team USA. But at the moment, it's looking, dare I say it, like a 2-horse race, this, between Great Britain and Team USA, because after this, they're halfway round. Georgia May Fenton then, in front of the home crowd. Listen to the roar for the 2-time Commonwealth champion.
Well, it's a difficult routine. This is the important move. She makes it. Just a little bit short on that handstand. In comes the back salto. She's cleanly through. She needs to make the half turn. She does with ease. Just the full pirouette, so clear to handstand. Full pirouette, can she get it straight into the dismount? Let's hope so.
Oh, it's good.
Well done, Georgia May, great routine.
It's good. And what a display we are seeing from Great Britain here at the World Championships. What a final.
What a start for Great Britain. They just need to control the nerves. Easier said than done, but out of 6 routines, they've gone clean so far, and that's all you can ask for. just need to muster that confidence going into the beam. It's such a tricky piece of apparatus, but what a fine show of gymnastics we're seeing from these British girls. Full turn giant into the full twisting double back dismount. That will really keep the pressure on.
Wu Yushan scores a 12.966 for China. They're down in 7th.
Hard to come back from 3 falls from the beam.
So Rebecca Andrade, after that fall on beam, scores 12.833, a very uncharacteristic score for Andrade. Danelle Frederick now for Canada. And vault.
Oh, wraps in there, the double twist, just a little adjustment on the landing.
Yeah, just the one vault in the team final for gymnasts. It's a real all or nothing piece, this.
She blocks really well, wraps the second twist in quite late.
Looks like she just needs a little bit more height and block off the top just to prepare for that landing. 13.866.
It's the 5 difficulty. Get the eyelashes in the right place. Beams next. That's it. Georgia May Fenton scores a 13.633. It's a strong score. Oh, you can see the relief. Well, Chillies Jones is last to go on this rotation in this leading group that contains Great Britain and Team USA. The 2 top qualifiers. Now, she did win a World Cup event on this piece of apparatus just a few months ago.
Beautiful line in the handstand and very good full pirouette. Super swing into the catcher. Plenty of difficulty here. Another lovely pirouette into the second catcher, down to the low bar. She's going for the combinations. Lovely sharp half turn. Very clean so far. Half turn. Have to have a forward element. There it is. And the double front. A little bit close to the bar, but cleanly through.
They're through, and that is the main thing. And they mean business. And what a tactical move it was to rest Lian Wong and then put her in for the final. Zhang Jing for China.
Oh, that was very well controlled, the triple spin. Really difficult to muster your spirits if you've had a disappointing start. Well done, the 2.5 twist punch front. Technically, the gymnast from China, without doubt, the best in the world. Just the consistency tends to let them down in these major events. Come on now. Oh, lovely whip into the triple twist. Just buckle the knees a little bit. It's a big skill. And again, lovely control on the spin. Lovely high double pike back somersault. Beautiful routine. It's a shame, a little bit too late now for the competition.
Yes, a story of what could have been, really, for China. They will have another shot at Olympic qualification at the next World Championships. It's the top 3 teams that will be invited straight away to Paris.
She just actually buckled a little bit on the takeoff for that triple twist.
Well, Charlize Jones scores a massive 14.333, stretching the lead ahead of Great Britain in this team final. Well, Caroline Pedro is next up on beam, and she wasn't expecting to be competing as much as she is here in this team final, but a teammate has taken an injury, so she stepped up.
And interesting mount. Gymnasts have to do work close to the beam, and she does that straight away with the forward roll mount. That was a little bit short of splits on that first leap, and she didn't join them. So she must do 2 jumps later on that are joined. Setting herself up for her acrobatic series. Here it comes, the backflip, the layout somersault. Very well held. Nice front somersault. And a strong free walkover. Here's the 2 jumps, the C-zone and the W jump. Well, she's had a couple of wobbles, but she's fought very well. Here comes the dismount, the strong round off, the double tuck. Good performance coming in unexpectedly.
Yeah, cold, absolutely. Well, they may well just keep Brazil in contention here. There's a lot of falls going on around the arena, and an 11.966 keeps them in 6th, but it's very close.
Yes, her difficulty was only 4.6, so a bit less than many we've seen.
Well, that's the piece of apparatus that awaits the British team. Beam. We're just waiting for the Chinese score to come in, and we can get on with the last gymnast in this rotation, which is Shoko Mayata of Japan. Don't forget, got the men's team final tomorrow. Great Britain have qualified in 2nd for that, so you can join us live on iPlayer from 20 to 6. And live on BBC Two at 7 p.m. 12.866 for China, that's the 3rd score. A little confused by that, but when she sees the replay, she'll understand why. So the last gymnast in this rotation, 18-year-old Shoko Mayata, who will be competing in the all-around final as well. Day after tomorrow, she qualified in 8th. She's a reserve for the floor final, so you can expect some fireworks here.
Here we go, big, powerful opening tumble, full twisting, double straight. Oh, lovely whip combination into the triple twist. Not just about the big, powerful tumbles. Here we go, 1, 2, did well to control that double single leg spin. Lovely spatial awareness, 1.5 twist, straight front, full twist. Show a leap combination there. Now stands up high into the double pike. Well, what a routine.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous.
It was packed with everything you want to see from a floor routine, that. Loads of difficulty, plenty of artistry. What an entertaining performance.
They really are a very exciting young team, this team from Japan. Look forward to seeing them over this next few years.
Look at the difficulty here.
You have to have a forward element, so the punch front with full twist gives her that. Finishes with a good, strong double pike.
Yeah.
Really joyful performance, Matt.
Yeah, when you think that there's a lot of nerves out there, but there seems to be a real feeling of celebration from the gymnast from Japan, and Mayata doing her very best to try and lift her team from 6th place. And they were in at the start of this rotation, but no doubt Mayata's score will be in very, very shortly, and we'll get an idea of how things lie. Well, it looks like Canada are doing very, very well indeed. Quite a surprise for them to be potentially sitting in and around that 3rd spot. But we'll get confirmation in a second. Don't think anybody predicted the scores really being a leveller at that first rotation, Chris. You often expect it maybe halfway, 3rd way around, but...
Yeah. There's been a lot of mistakes on the beam, so I don't think we can be too confident for anyone until they've gone through that piece.
No.
Well, I'm looking at the scores actually. I think Great Britain have a bit of a buffer now, you know, to go to beam and potentially could carry a fall and still stay in the mix. And I think
for a medal, yes.
Yeah, and that'll give them the confidence to try and, you know, get through the routine, knowing that actually we can still stay in the mix.
Yeah.
If we have a little mistake, they've been super consistent, and actually the scores all around have been slightly lower than qualification. I've just been looking at some of those.
Well, Mayata's score keeps Japan in 6th, 13.7 they've got.
That's a very good score.
Yeah.
Probably one of the highest I think we've seen on floor.
Well, they're closing the gap on Italy, and here is confirmation of how things stand after 2 pieces. So the United States of America lead Great Britain by over 2 marks. Canada have gone up into 3rd. France have moved up as well. Italy dropping, but Japan are sticking in there in 6th. But nobody expected to see Brazil in that bottom half of the table, and certainly not China. But the beam awaits our gymnasts. It's a scary piece of apparatus. You can see Brett, one of the coaches down there for Great Britain. But Chris, as a coach of Alice Kinsella, a beam European champion, you've got some words of wisdom to share.
Double, double, the beam is trouble, a witch's curse, a gymnast's struggle. Round about the apparatus you go, a flick, a wolf spin, don't get too low. Tension builds, no room for mistake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Double, double, the beam is trouble, a witch's curse, a gymnast's struggle.
I'm going to be having nightmares after that, Chris. Is that one of your training methods? You read poetry like that? The likes of Alice. Oh.
Definitely not.
Oh, thank you for doing that. That was really fun. Christine recorded that in the restaurant of the hotel. Well done. So, in all seriousness, Great Britain here in real contention with 2 marks behind Team USA, and it's worth pointing out here, Chris and Craig, that Team USA do not have Simone Biles or Sunisa Lee, the Olympic all-around champion, in the team as well. So they're relying on some, new blood coming through. And when it's 3 up and 3 to count, there's a lot of pressure. They're going for their 6th title, and you don't want to be the ones to drop the ball.
No, but they are quite used to competing. They do a lot of competitions in the USA in front of big crowds. So although they're fairly new to the world stage, they're certainly not new to competing under pressure.
No.
Yeah, I agree, and certainly they have that little bit of a buffer, but nowhere near as much as we used to. The likes of having 10 marks above the next team. I mean, you think Great Britain are only 2 marks behind the Americans halfway through a World Championships final. It's just phenomenal how the rest of the world are catching the United States up.
Well, there's Jade Carey, and she looks under pressure there, but she's quite a quiet gymnast anyway. And actually, on that note as well, there's a very different energy about the team, isn't there? So not so intimidating for Great Britain to be going around with a team like this.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think they would feel intimidated. They'd feel excited, I think.
But a different kettle of fish than Simone Biles standing next to you.
Yeah.
So Jade Carey then first up on beam for this leading group. She's qualified 3rd for the beam final.
And the most experienced member of this team. A little cautious on this first length, but well controlled. And this the big series. The backflip, layout, somersault. She performs it really well. And a solid free cartwheel. She's not quite as fluent as some gymnasts on beam. Some move quite a lot quicker, but she's very precise. Very good body tension. It's being able to hold your core strong that makes you a good beam worker, and she's certainly able to do that. We've hardly seen a wobble. That's a difficult leap with the quarter turn. You can't see the beam as you land. And again with the half turn, a little bit short of the splits on that occasion. But very, very steady, and that means she's got 10 seconds to dismount. Here it comes. She's going to use a double flip here. 1 flip, 2 flips, punches the beam into double pike. A really steady opener for USA.
Yeah, what a nerve settler that was, and you can see the relief from Jade Carey as she makes way for Ondine Champon for Great Britain, who will be next to go. But what a start, and so far Team USA looking unbeatable.
Yeah, she was very efficient on that routine. No thrills and spills, just get the job done.
Aline Fries for France. We're in 4th behind Canada. A mark behind Canada.
Oh, lovely transition. Top mark. Back, oh, a little bit scrappy there in the legs. The pack salto down to the low bar. The full turn into the shack with the half turn. That's much better work. Knocks out in the handstand. Half turn. Front somersault in the 12 position. The Jaeger somersault into a very difficult dismount. The double front somersault. It's a little bit scrappy early on, but good solid routine.
Force her way through, yeah. And like you say, Craig, very tricky to spot that blind landing. You don't know where the floor's coming, do you, on that double front?
No, she's not usually a gymnast we see on the uneven bars for France, but they've had a couple of injuries.
Japan on vault.
And a good, solid, strong vault, double twist.
And there's that celebration again, just continuing. A 5 difficulty.
Probably one of the best landings we've seen on a double twist so far. Not the height that we've seen of some of the gymnasts, but so precise. And these Japanese gymnasts really enjoying the competition.
There you can see the difficulty of 5 and a 9.2 for the execution, so add them together and you get your 14.2. Well, what score lies in wait for Jade Carey? It's worth pointing out, actually, that Team USA were 2 points clear of Great Britain. A 12.8 will be helpful, but a 0.1 penalty maybe longer than 10 seconds dismounting the beam.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I heard the buzzer, so she'd lose 0.1 on the timing, and down from qualification 13.
Yeah.
So the judges are really holding the scores.
Well, Ondina Champon, first up for Great Britain on beam. It's their third piece of apparatus, and they are 3 marks clear of Canada in second.
Such an elegant mount. Strong free walkover. She joins it to the 2 jumps. She's light, but this is the big series. She has to focus, make sure she gets power out of this flip. Flip, layout, layout. Beautifully done, Ondine. The free cartwheel. Strong. Now she's got difficult leaps here. The ring jump smoothly down onto the beam. Very elegant. Also a very difficult spin. She opts for the high leg held spin, and that was a very difficult jump as well. She's lovely, supple body, hits those splits easily. But now the dismount, she needs to control this. She had a bit of a step on landing. 2.5. Beautiful work from Ondine.
Ondina Champon. I mean, she really is something else. To come, and she's a gymnast that has relished all of these opportunities this year, the exposure, the international competition that she's experienced. It's just been a joy to watch her grow over the last 12 months.
Well, what a performance that, regardless of the score. That was a cracking routine under that amount of pressure. We just need 3 beam routines, and you can't ask for any more than that.
You cannot. First-class job from Ondina Champon. Tang Jiajing. She had a nightmare on her first piece. What does vault hold?
Well, full twist in the Yuchenko, only a 4.2 on difficulty. The most she gets 14.2. Just lacked a bit of height off the top.
And a bit of direction, actually. She's well offline.
China not having a good outing today. And 13.133 was down on where she would have hoped. Look, 8.933 on the execution.
If you're going to do an easy vault, you've got to get right into the 9s.
Yeah.
Can't afford to be down on execution as well.
Aline Freese scores a 12.966. Again, the execution's down 7.666. Bars we go. Caroline Edui, the gymnast that's made the all-around final day after tomorrow. And she scored a 13.466 in qualification on bars.
And France having a real battle with Canada for 3rd spot at the minute. Oh, that's nice work. Full circle into the Kachev. And from the stoop into the Kachev, down to the low bar. A little bit short on the handstand there. Transfers to the high bar. Nice in the full turn. Takes the extra long swing into the forward grip. The double front somersault, well stuck the landing. Well, what a battle for these medals.
Well, there's so much at stake. It's not just a bronze, silver and gold in the final, but instant invitation to the Paris Olympics as well. She almost looks so nonchalant, doesn't she, Rebecca Andrade? Very much lets gymnastics do the talking. The 2nd highest qualifier for the floor final. Watch this.
Well, super opener, full twisting front into full twisting double back. straight with full twist, and she hasn't had a single step on landing yet. Super expression in the dance work. Third tumble, double straight. Beautiful height and split on the leaps. Well, we've had 3 huge tumbles, a double pike. Oh, superb routine, so dramatic, such fantastic tumbling.
Yeah, she had a nightmare on vault in qualification, so not a chance to make a mark there at the World Championships on vault, but goodness me, she got it in the bag on floor. Absolutely superb.
Yeah, as you say, oh, back to beam on Dean there.
Well, let's just keep watching it.
Yeah,
It was magnificent.
Why not? I mean, it was 13.7.
That is a huge start on beam for Great Britain, and a fantastic way to settle the nerves, actually. 2 more tentative performances for Great Britain on beam, with the 3 up and 3 to count, and then they'll finish on floor. Caroline Adouy scores a 13.433. It's good, very similar to qualification. Black now for Canada, looking to hold on to that 3rd place spot that they've acquired. They're doing so well.
Well, she's got her own skill on this piece of apparatus. There it is. Leah circle into the catch-head with the half turn. To one shot, half turn to the high bar. Full turn in the giant, good position in the handstand. Very unusual, difficult shoot front somersault with the half turn.
This is huge for Canada. They're hanging on in there, quite literally.
Well, that was a great performance from Ellie Black, and that's the skill, the clear circle into the catch-up with half turn, and she does that échevre down to the low bar very nicely. We've seen a few of them, but that is one of the best I've seen.
27 years old now, Ellie Black. So Georgia May Fenton for Great Britain. 2nd of 3 up onto B, following a 13.7 from Ondina Champon. Come on, Georgia May Fenton. There is a buffer.
Well, safely through the hugely difficult mount. And this second element is very difficult too. But well negotiated, the double spin. Here's the acrobatic series. The free cartwheel into the backflip. Quite a quiet series. Strong free walkover into the jump. Another very difficult spin with the leg held high. Elegant in the dance work. Goes for the triple, she makes it. Each of these skills has got a difficulty rating. If you do 3 spins rather than 2, it's worth more. Super leap series. Now, she made an error on the dismount in qualification. Can she land it today? She can!
yes!
Great performance from Georgia May.
Well, I didn't want to mention the little hiccup she had in qualification before she started, but I tell you, that will have been weighing on her mind. And what an unbelievable performance we're seeing here from the team from Great Britain.
And look at this. Not 2 spins, 3 spins. We were talking about the opportunity that these girls had in this competition just to go all out, and wow, what a fantastic job they've done so far.
This is absolutely superb. Mayata, great performance on floor. Here she goes on vault.
Wraps in, double twist Yurchenko. Well, again, what a landing. What a competition these ladies are having.
It's absolutely superb stuff, this. What a final.
Look at that, straight down the middle. Not even getting to 9 for execution. And you're getting a big score, and that will.
14.4.
I think that's the highest score we've seen today for double twisting Yurchenko.
Yes. One of the highest scores of the competition so far. Ellie Black scores a 14.033 for bars. There's a lot of scores to come in yet, so don't be fooled by the numbers you see in there of Japan 1 and Canada 4. But Rebecca Andrade scores a 14.066 for floor. We'll see her again in the floor final. Well, it's job done from them two, from Ondine and Georgia May. Let's see this again. This is a super dismount.
Gosh, she only just got her feet right on, didn't she?
Yeah, but it's not where you start, Chris, it's where you finish. You can see the relief there.
Absolutely, and what you can rescue in the process.
Well, with 2 routines done, you know, it does take the pressure off the final competitor.
Yeah, and it's Alice Kinsella. Chris, as coach, how are you feeling for this one?
Very nervous.
Are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Who's going to commentate on this one that's coming up then, Craig? Is it going to be you or you? What do you want, Chris?
I'll do it.
Okay.
You can't get a look in when Ali says, what are you on about, Matt?
13.333 for Georgia May Fenton. It's going well for Great Britain. Sky Blakely, the penultimate gymnast in this group and the last to go for Team USA, the 17-year-old, relative rookie in the team. And what a moment for her. She has qualified second for the beam final. But the pressure is on here.
Well, exciting gymnast, original start. 1, 2, 3, no problem at all, the triple spin. Impressed me about this gymnast in qualifications, has a real pace to the routine. And look at that, oh! The full twisting back somersault, huge difficulty. 1 full mark. It's okay, they've got a bit of a buffer to play with. And another hugely difficult skill, the handspring into the front somersault. Even with the fall, gets back on, attacks with real positivity. Good control in that leap series. Free walkover into the leaps. And she gets connection, a little bit of a pause there. Free cartwheel, no problem at all. There's the sound, needs a big dismount. Round off attacks into the double tuck somersault. It is a fall, but I don't think it'd be enough to take him off the top spot.
And she'll have got the value of the move because she fell after she landed it. But yeah, they have a 2-mark cushion ahead of Great Britain, but the gap will close after that, there's no doubt about it.
Yes, you could see the feet were just not right in the centre of the beam. It's quite difficult to save a landing like that.
Well, Canada, Sydney Turner, last to go for them on bars, and what a moment it would be if they could seal a medal here. It would be the first time that Canada win a medal in the team final at the World Championships.
And two lovely elements to start, the stoop and the stoop half turn. They're very difficult. Full turn into the pack salto. She's got a very nice handstand line when she blocked out in handstand. Oh! But she went just the wrong way there. Exited well into the double straight.
Yeah, she was planning to go over the bar instead of back, and it's very difficult in a situation like that, Chris. You've got to think, and I'm sure she'd have practiced many times if it didn't go right, but you've got to practice your exits.
Which she certainly did very well. I'm just not sure that she had another full pirouette in the routine.
Yeah, that could be costly. Certainly at this level, she didn't hang about though.
Well, she still scored a 13.333.
Keeps Canada just in front of France. Oh, this is hotting up. Going into the last rotation.
But Japan have vaulted, so that could literally vault them up the standings as well. Japan were in 6th after the last rotation, but a chance to have a look at Sky Blakely's dismount. Plenty of height.
A really nice beam routine, actually, this. Full of difficulty.
And, just 17 years old, not a huge amount of international experience, but to jump back on, Chris, after a fall and just keep literally banging out the difficulty.
Yeah, she's very nice and light on the beam. She's got good rhythm, good flow, good fluency. I would expect it to be quite a good score still.
Yeah.
I just like the pace of the routine.
13.266 with a fall is a very, very big score. 7.266, but look at the difficulty. 6 scored. Huge. Well, here we go with Great Britain's last gymnast up on beam, Alice Kinsella, European beam champion back in 2019. This, a big beam routine.
And the strong change leg mount. Into the free walkover, she joins it to the jump. She's increased her difficulty considerably since the Europeans. Came back from the Europeans and wanted to get all the most difficult work back. Let's hope she's feeling good today. Oh, but she got the free cartwheel and the layout. She got the acrobatic series. Now she just needs to get on and be composed. Here comes the spin. She needs to be steady and controlled on this. Makes the double nicely. Cleanly into the backward roll sequence. The side dance that you have to include these days. Now this is her all-important leap series. She needs to go for this. Very nicely, the change leg into the change leg half. Just the dismount. Come on, Alice. Punch this beam. Well done, Alice.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, but she steadied herself.
Well, you can see the disappointment for Alice Kinsella, but I tell you what, to get back on there, and she was so precise and concise, actually, with the work that followed. And now it's fall for fall with Team USA. Manila Esposito on floor. One of the entertainers. She's just 15 years old, this gymnast.
I think it's a birthday tomorrow. The Italian gymnast very dramatic with their floor routines, the control. Oh, well round, the 2.5 twist, immediately straight front somersault. Control there. Good flexibility in the leaps, change of tempo. Oh, did well, stay inside the floor, the 1.5 twist immediate. Front with full. Oh, what a shame, just didn't have the lift and the setup on that final tumble. Hands down, full mark. Costly for the Italians.
Well, Italy were in 5th. I'm still waiting for Alice Kinsella's score to come in. But that completes the gymnastics for this round. Well, whatever it is, it won't be what Alice wants to see. But she's so impressive with her gymnastics, and a 12.266 with a fall. You can see the 0.3 penalty there, but high on the difficulty, 5.7. And we said before that Great Britain have a buffer, and we'll get confirmation of how far ahead Team USA are and how things are looking for 2nd and 3rd. So the top group will move to floor. We'll have China and Japan across the bars. Canada and France will go to beam. And yeah, Great Britain and USA just approaching the floor there. They'll get a little warm-up. Italy and Brazil move to vault. Chance to look back at some of the Japanese gymnasts that we missed, making their way up the rankings. It's a 4-6 difficulty.
And a very nice 1.5 twist. They've done a lot of work on their landings, for sure.
Certainly impressed us in this competition.
Well, that will vault them up the standings, that's for sure. 13.6, 9 on the execution. That pops them into 3rd. So a 3-minute warm-up for all of the gymnasts. Not long, got to be so efficient and so well practiced, so you can give all of the gymnasts just enough time. Certainly on vault, you've got to be moving springboards. On bars, you've got to be adjusting them. This is the final Italian gymnast on floor. We're just waiting for Esposito's score to come in. You can see the hands down, so it will be costly.
Well, the teams that finish on vault will definitely help their scores, so it might change things depending where the other teams are situated.
Malila scores 11.6. Italy dropped down into 7th. So yeah, Japan have moved up the standings. Here's confirmation that the United States of America lead Great Britain by just over 2 marks. Japan have moved up into 3rd, pushing Canada out of medal contention. There's not much in it though, is there? People's Republic of China still down in 8th, and Brazil clawing their way back with 1 to go. So what a piece it was. And Beth and Max, if I could just bring you both in here. It was a tentative third piece of apparatus, and as we saw, huge disappointment from Alice Kinsella. But let's go all the way back to the start, and Ondina Champon, your thoughts, Beth, on just the mentality of this gymnast and what she's learned over the last year?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic performance. It's always difficult to go up first in the team because obviously you've got to put out that steady performance, but she is a renowned beam worker, a very classy gymnast on this piece of apparatus. So I think it was a good decision by the team to put her up first. And a great dismount we're just about to see here, the flick to 1 into the flick to 2 and the 2.5. So a very, very good routine to set the team off.
Yeah, and we'll have a little look at Georgia May Fenton as well. Max, we were talking earlier on about how brutal this 3 up and 3 to count format is, and Georgia May, she took a fall in qualification, so this will have been weighing on her mind.
Oh, 100%. When you make mistakes like that in qualifications, yeah, it does weigh on your mind, it adds a little bit of pressure, but also it makes you more focused. You kind of know what you need to focus on. If it's those little bits that you made mistakes on previously, they can actually sometimes help you at the same time as that. So, you know, she definitely thrived under that pressure that she had there. Going after a solid routine from Ondine, and then her Georgia May performing the way she did was incredible. Because I think we're skipping the part that this is huge pressure. This is, you know, top 3 teams at the end of this last rotation after this floor. Top 3 teams, they qualify a 5-woman team to Paris. So this holds so much importance, this competition, and these girls will know that as well.
Yeah, and Beth, I mean, they've got a mark and a bit on Japan, who are in 3rd at the moment. They're 2 marks behind the United States, but for the likes of Alice Kinsella as well, what does she and they need to do moving on to that last piece of apparatus? Because obviously Alice had a moment in there that she really didn't want.
Yeah, but I mean, Alice is a very experienced gymnast. She knows how to pick herself back up. We've seen it happen before, and we've seen her come back, and I've got no doubt she'll go to that floor with more determination. And for the rest of the team going into this final piece of apparatus, it's a case of doing what they do every single day in the gym. And I mean, obviously the British team are going over to floor, the Japanese team are moving to bars. So yeah, the Japanese team probably have got a harder time to score. So that buffer is definitely still there for the British team.
Yes. Well, let's join them for the last piece of apparatus. Jennifer Gadarova is first to go. She qualified 7th for the floor final, and she'll be followed closely by her sister very shortly. But no doubt Jennifer will get this off to an entertaining start.
Well, stand by your beds. A big opening tumble. Double straight. Not only can she tumble, but she can dance as well. Just look at the power now. Double twisting, double back. Well within the floor. Got good height on the leaps as well. Much effort into the facial expression and the whole performance. Works seamless with the music. Come on now. Got to control the power, the front walk out. Into the double tuck back. Yes! Just what we need! What a floor routine from Jennifer Gadarova.
Well, the roar of this home crowd says it all. Look at the enjoyment on her face and what she can deliver under huge pressure. My word, what a team we've got, Christine.
Oh, that was fantastic from Jen. Actually, that was a better performance of that routine than she gave in qualification. And that last tumble is so difficult. You can see she's almost at a standstill after the straight front walk out. She's got such power to get up into that double back.
Emma Spence now for Canada, desperately trying to get her country onto the medal podium for the first time. Just nudged out by Japan.
And Emma Spence, we saw her at the Commonwealth Games in beam final. It's a piece she relishes. She's got a very nice, relaxed style, good rhythm on the piece. Oh, strong free walkover, but not quite controlled enough to go straight into the jumps. Good backflip and pike back somersault. There's good pace on that. Side somersault, she's a little bit edgy here, as are all the gymnasts. It's very difficult to start on beam, but it's also very difficult to finish on beam. Have to keep your focus, good leaps, change leg and change leg half. Almost ran out of space on the beam there. Time to dismount. 1.5 twist. Not so difficult as some of the routines we've seen, but she'll be more than happy to have stayed on.
Yes, she's through, and that's the main thing. Jennifer Gadarova gets Great Britain off to a 13.433. Yeah, we'll applaud your start as well, Jennifer. Perfect. Well, what a closer we're going to be seeing here to this women's team final. 3 performances stand in the way of Team USA, and 6 in a row. Shalise Jones, first up, the US floor champion.
Some big tumbling coming now. Oh, look at that. Double twisting, double back. Lovely height and extension there. Huge power. Double layout, somersault. Just a little bit of a fall out of the spin. A lot of the American gymnasts in the past have been criticised for their lack of choreography, but this team's certainly been working on it. Big improvement. Oh, look at the height there in the double back. Well, that will keep the pressure on for the title. Fantastic performance by the American.
Absolutely phenomenal. And when you hear what I'm going to say next, you won't quite believe it, but Shalise was in a car accident 2 years ago and fractured her back and broke her foot. Yeah.
Wow, she's really
phenomenal.
made a fabulous recovery, hasn't she?
Well, over to the team that are currently in 3rd place with 3 performances to go. For Japan, on bars, Yamada, the Japanese champion.
Good flight, opens with the shot into Ginger, so she's done her release. Here comes the forward element, the Jaeger somersault. Have to have a forward move as well as a backward, so she's completed those, made her bar changes. And the half turn, the flight with half turn. Stolder, toe full, she gets that in. Full twisting double back, a good routine.
Well, that's gonna do them no harm at all. Just holding off Canada.
Going to keep the pressure on Great Britain as well.
Yeah, closing. This is it. They had a mark and a half.
And
play with, which is not a huge amount when you're looking at putting floor and bars together.
no, because floor scores, we've only seen 1 or 2 in the 14s, and you have to do something fairly exceptional to be in the 13s on floor. We've just seen Jennifer score 13.4, I think it was, wasn't it? But on bars, a sort of mid-13 is much more achievable.
Well, Chilise Jones, a 13.733. That is a very big floor score.
Just got to keep an eye on Japan, on the bars.
So, Alice Kinsella with it all to do here for Great Britain, Commonwealth Games champion.
The big opening tumble, she needs to control it. The 1.5 twist, walk out into the triple twist. Very good landing. Now she had trouble with this second tumble in qualification. I wonder whether they'll make it a little more simple. They won't want to chance a fall, let's see. Round off flip, 2.5 twist. Yes, just into the pike front. Needs to control the spin. She does beautifully. Lovely splits on the leaps. All very clean in the full turning leap. Come on, Alice, one last tumble. She's got to show a double back now. Here comes the double pike. It controls that landing well. Well done, Alice. She'll be disappointed not to try her most difficult tumbles, but now is the time for a steady performance.
Alice Kinsella doing everything she can to keep Great Britain in that silver medal position.
Great tactical decision there by Alice and the team coaches. Just take out the risky skill, get through the routine, just what you need. Well done.
Holding Japan at arm's length. Oof. Alice D'Amato for Italy.
Wraps in the double twist, Yushchenko. Great solid vault there. Italy come to this championships without their star performer, the European all-around champion. You can see flashes of greatness throughout this competition, Christine.
You can indeed. It's Asia D'Amato, of course, became the European champion, and then the next day we saw her get injured on the vault at the Europeans. So they've been without her, and she's been sorely missed in their team.
And it hasn't been a great day either for China. Seeing them in that 8th place, very uncharacteristic. So what lies in store for these two countries, Japan and Great Britain, in the next few minutes? Well, 13.666 for Japan. Score still to come in, so don't be fooled by that number 5. But they seem to be having a great time. And Rajat at the end of the vault runway. Brace yourselves, you might see a 15 here.
And the half on, the 1.5 twist off. That is such a phenomenal vault.
Oof.
She just has so much time in the air, doesn't she?
She cruises, doesn't she? Look at that. I mean, where do you deduct from there? Slight hop, and I mean, if you're being pernickety, maybe a smidge offline.
Well, 9.566 an execution match. Huge vaulting.
13.133. It's strong from Alice Kinsella. Jade Carey, the second of 3 gymnasts, hoping to make it gold number 6 in a row at these team finals. She qualified for the floor final with 14.066. Olympic floor champion.
Huge difficulty, 6.1. They don't get much bigger than this. Double twisting, double back in the straight position. And watch this for a second tumble. 2 somersaults, 1 twist. Makes it look as easy as you like. There's the forward element. Walks out into the double back. Too high on the leap. Straight into the tumble. And a full twisting double back for good measure. That's how you do a floor routine, packed with difficulty.
What a dependable outing from Jade Carey. Wow. Solid on beam, solid on floor. Very, very businesslike.
And of course she is the Olympic floor champion and showed us why. Such difficult tumbling.
Watanabe now for Japan.
Stalder, Shap, the flight to the high bar, straight back down to that low bar. And up again, you can do it from different entries, that move. And now up onto the high bar, oops, a little bit of a loose back in that handstand, the full pirouette. Haven't had a release and recatch. Here it comes, the Jaeger somersault. A half turn, winds up into the dismount, 2 giants, double straight. Japan have worked almost faultlessly.
Well, that is going to put them very, very close to Great Britain.
Just that little bit of a hesitation in a handstand in the middle, but big, powerful dismount. Double layout. This team really have enjoyed the competition.
All eyes on the scoreboard, 12.766. They're within 0.6 of Great Britain with 2 gymnasts to go.
Come on, Jess, you got it!
Jessica Gadarova is one of them. 1.6, it's 1.6. Sorry, Craig's doing the maths next to me. Wow. Plenty of room for manoeuvre, don't worry everyone. Jade Carey, a 14.1 for floor, gives them a lovely cushion on floor.
And look at that difficulty score, 6.1.
So 2-time European champion Jessica Gadarova takes to the floor to round up Great Britain's performance. A potential silver medal, their best finish ever in a women's team final at the World Championships.
And a huge opening tumble coming up here. Come on, Jess. 2 twists. Lovely control on the landing. And a second big, huge tumble. You can see the power. Double straight with full twist. Another fabulous landing. Strong leaps. Beautiful extension through all her work. So expressive. Now this is a very tricky final tumble. Full twisting front, walk out into double tuck.
Oh!
And landing, what a finish. Tremendous performance from Jessica Gadarova. Wow, what a team performance.
Absolutely outstanding. Jessica Gadarova helping this team to write their names in the history books. Oh my word. Well, it's a sparkling performance. It really is. Oh, Jessica. Well, surely it's a silver medal for Great Britain, and surely they've just bagged themselves a place at the Paris Olympics.
What a time to put a routine together like that. Such pressure for these women to come out here tonight. Could have been anywhere from second to sixth place. It was so tight. They've come out and performed so well as a team. This routine absolutely packed with difficulty. As you say, Matt, we've seen history tonight.
Oh, no doubt about it. And the way that they delivered it as well was, we take our hats off to you. I'll tell you what, brilliant stuff. Incredible to witness.
Are you going to have a cry, Christine?
Oh, no, actually, I just feel absolutely delighted because they've prepared really well and it showed today. OK, we had a couple of little errors on bars. They didn't quite hit all their routines, but, you know, they never faltered. They kept fighting.
Well, Kokoro Fukushima next for bars. And can she get Japan a bronze medal here? That's what's at stake.
Well, they've had a fantastic competition so far. Oh, a little bit close there on the Kachev. Oh, and a little bit ragged on the way down. The pressure's on. Come on. Full twist down to the low bar. Settling a bit better, but she's had errors at the start. Sharp with the half turn. Ooh, little hesitation. Oh, and she's down the wrong way. That could have just cost Japan the bronze medal. Oh, and again, losing momentum in the Jaeger somersault. Come on. And just run out of energy. Oh, what a shame.
It was just a little bit ragged right from the beginning, wasn't it, Craig? And actually, an extremely long routine.
Well, I think when she cracked her heels on the bar on that Kachev, just knocked her a little bit. And again, a long routine, it's very sapping. You can see the shoulder with the half turn.
So
well,
she now needs to get up and dismount.
Such a shame because what a team performance they've had, and it just goes to prove that it's not over until it's over. And again with the same.
oh my word, well.
She needs the full turn giant, that's why she keeps going for the skill. Oh, what a shame. Go on, that's
Well
it.
done.
Third time lucky, straight into the dismount. Oh, such a shame.
Well, it's not going to be... Oh, dear. Well, listen, we've got to wait for these scores to come in, but what is going to be happening with Canada on beam? A huge disappointment for Kokoro, the 20-year-old. 14.266 for Jessica Gadarova. It is history for Great Britain.
And that was an absolutely wonderful performance from her.
Jordan Childs looking to wrap up Team USA's performance on floor.
And another huge tumbler here. Here we see the 1.5 into the full twisting double back, and she just makes it look so easy. Just floats the double straight with full twist. Just a little loss of control at the end of the spin. It's the leap series.
Sure.
The hop fall into the Tourgette. We've seen huge tumbles so far. You have to finish with a difficult tumble as well. The front semi walk out into the double tuck. Well, another fabulous performance, so powerful, so full of energy.
Oh, it was a classy way to finish. And what a team performance we're seeing from Team USA. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Well,
when you
people
think...
have asked if they can manage without Simone Biles. Yes, they can.
Well, this is a massive beam routine for Ellie Black. Can she put Canada back in medal contention?
This gymnast, the bags of experience, but seems to mean very little on this piece of apparatus. But if you've anybody on your team, this is the lady for it. Oh, lovely control there. Double spin into full. Needs to be positive on the front somersault, and she is. Flick into the layout somersault. Eyes on the prize. Good side somersault. Working with great positivity. Come on now, here we go. Round off, into the 2.5 twist. What a performance from Ellie Black of Canada.
Well, that will be huge if she's managed to bag them a bronze here, because that will be a first for Canada.
She was so strong mentally there. She didn't waver at all. She trusted her technique. Wow, that was a very, very impressive performance.
Well, 27 years old, putting in all of her experience, and that's just in the celebration. 13.833 for Ellie Black. What a story for Japan. Oh my goodness me, a 9.4 for Kokoro Fukasawa. Oh my goodness me, it was going so well for Japan. And there's still a smile on their face, as there has been all the way around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they would have come expecting.
Well, there's the celebration. There is the confirmation that Team USA gets 6 team titles in a row. There was a lot of pressure on those young shoulders. There was a 3.2 gap between them and Great Britain, but they came here. They didn't want to be the team that dropped the ball. Team USA have been so strong. But what about this? Great Britain have a silver medal. They've made history, as have the Canadians. It's the first time ever that they've been up on the medal podium in the women's team final. And you can see what it means, the release, the pressure, everything that goes into a performance like this, Chris.
Unbelievable. And what a sort of turnaround. Canada were one of the last teams to get in, but they've worked with confidence, with strength. I feel a bit for Italy, really. They've had having dominated the Europeans.
The Europeans, yeah.
They've come here and it just hasn't gone their way at all. But Great Britain, we've qualified.
Chris, yes, and you've been a big part of all of this. And what does, I mean, as far as the Olympics are concerned, it's going to ease the pressure in the build-up to Paris.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We know we've got a place now. Yeah, totally unbelievable.
And there's been so much celebration. We've loved watching this team develop, haven't we, at the Commonwealths, at the European Games. And now, you know, in their words, this is the big one. And there they are, getting a silver medal.
It is, it's absolutely the big one. And when we started the year thinking, oh my goodness, 3 majors in 1 year, they'll never survive it. Well, they've proved everyone wrong.
We certainly have. I mean, you talk about the opportunity. Canada got into this final in last place, in 8th. And we talked about you could be anywhere from 2nd to 8th place.
Yeah.
They really did capture that. The British team, we've talked about this being the greatest team ever. It's been proven. And actually what a lot of people don't know is that these girls and their coaches have been in the gym at the National Centre working till 11 o'clock at night to recreate the atmosphere, and it's worked. Hats off to every single member of the team, the personal coaches, the training staff. It's been a real success story. So proud, so proud.
Yeah. Well, celebrations here in front of this wonderful home crowd, and rightly so. There is confirmation that the United States of America gets 6 in a row. Great Britain make history with a silver medal, and Canada, for the first time, find themselves on the medal podium. What a women's team final we have seen here. Japan finished down in 7th behind China, and France round things up in 8th. But what a final, Chris.
What a final, and really to see China all the way down there is really a bit of a change in women's gymnastics.
Yeah. But, I mean, you can't take anything away from this Team USA, can you, Craig?
No, you can't. They were fantastic, and a lot of pressure on the American team as well to come into this.
Yep.
Could they deliver? They certainly did. Great job.
Well,
what a competition.
The British men will be watching closely, and they are up tomorrow. So let's meet the team that are going to try and make an impact, just like the women.
Oh, me, definitely.
I think Joe thinks it's him.
Joe.
But I'd probably say Gianni.
I'm going me. I'm going to have to say myself just because, you know, I love my music.
Really? As if he said that? Wow.
Probably Jake.
I'm going for Jake.
I'm going to have to say Jake.
I feel like it's probably either me or Johnny, but I'm leaning towards Johnny.
I think we need a competition just to see who does.
James.
James. I'm not very quick at these quick fires.
James Hall. I'd probably start warm-up earliest, but maybe that's because I'm 27.
Courtney?
Courtney.
I'm probably the most likely to run late.
Joe.
Probably me.
Well, Joe was late yesterday.
No, you know what I was in there. Gianni.
I'm going to have to say Court.
I'm not going to go myself. G. Just because I don't want to seem like I'm choosing myself. Me.
Unintentionally, maybe G.
If between Jake and G.
Gianni. He's a bit of a nutter.
We're usually laughing at him just because I'm stupid.
All right, Right, Alice Kinsella, you're standing with me. We've got the team. Firstly, this is Team GB's Great Britain's best ever finish at a World Championships. How are you feeling?
Honestly, it feels like so surreal at the moment. Like, we're absolutely speechless, but honestly, I couldn't be more proud of this team.
Can you talk to me about this atmosphere? How was it out there?
Oh my God, the atmosphere was electric. Like, thank you for everyone for coming. It definitely helped us.
And we know you've all been working really hard in the gym until 11 p.m. at night. That has definitely paid off.
Yeah, it definitely has. I think our preparation was really good and it's paid off. And we just want to thank everyone, all the coaches, British Gymnastics for doing that, and it's definitely helped, and we're so happy.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll let you go to that medal ceremony. Enjoy.
Thank you!
Woo! Yes! Amazing. I mean, it was phenomenal. What a competition. I mean, we sat here at the start watching this crazy final unfold with the falls from China at the start, and it was edgy. So they've done incredibly well to just remain composed, Beth.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was always going to be tough, 3 up, 3 to count, and the home crowd can go one of two ways. It can put too much pressure on, and you can really bail under that pressure. But these girls, we saw them at the Commonwealths, we saw them at the Europeans, actually they seem to thrive in the pressure, and they're using this atmosphere. It takes them up another level. Yeah, and Max, I'm going to take you back to 2015 because you lads, you got a silver as well in the team final.
Yeah.
You know what it feels like, certainly in front of a British crowd as well.
100%.
You know.
Like, honestly, I'm so happy for them. That's incredible. To go into there, like we said, we was having a chat about there's an opportunity here. Can they grab it? As it was going around, the opportunities become bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. And they just relish with that pressure. Like, there was so much pressure. Each rotation, it grew and grew and grew. And they delivered and delivered. And that's why they've got what they got.
And I mean, they had the opportunity to work in that Olympic order. So vault, bars, beam, and then finish on floor. Yeah. What a celebration it felt like for Jen initially to go out first up, and she can't off-sell a floor routine.
Yeah, and that was difficult for her. She had sat there for the whole of the competition, being chief cheerleader, and then had to get up on the 4th piece of apparatus and perform. But we know she can perform on floor. She's in the floor final, and this is her favourite piece of apparatus. And you can see here, she is selling it. She's using that crowd to her advantage. So it was a superb routine.
It was, and as well, it makes you wonder how much they knew about how close Japan will come in and all of that. You know, they've just got to remain composed. And certainly for the likes of Alice, who we're going to see up next, she'd had that wobble on beam. Yep. And there was a moment as well that Christine was talking about with the floor routine where she actually simplified one of the middle tumbles.
Yeah, I think that's a really hard position to be in, but I think, obviously they made the right call in that position there. There was still a bit of a margin. They had a margin between USA and Great Britain, but there was a big margin between Canada as well. So they was in a really great position to kind of go all out, do what they did. And it's massively paid off. Like you heard about them training later, so they can kind of try and get themselves used to the environments that they're going to be in. But incredible. And I think what's amazing is they have now qualified a full team to Paris this far out, which is so important.
And what will that mean in the gym for them?
It'll be huge, because it was like the stress will be taken off for next Worlds, trying to qualify in that sense. So they've done it now. It's always mission accomplished with that. Now it's almost just doing the process to prepare for the games rather than to prepare to try and qualify. It's preparing to make sure all your gymnasts, everyone, is at peak condition by that time. So they're going to be feeling really, really good.
Yeah, and if you want a way to seal the deal, you put Jessica Gadarova on floor, don't you? Because, I mean, she's something else.
I mean, that is probably one of the best floor routines. We've seen her win European titles, but the calibre of this routine, the difficulty, but not just the difficulty, the executions, the landings. During qualification, there was a few steps here and there, but today there was very, very little to deduct on, and you could see that reflected in the score. 14-2, that is the highest floor score we've seen from her.
Yeah, and I mean the Gadarovas didn't get the opportunity to relish that Commonwealth Games experience. I was chatting to them there, they were just watching, you know, they wanted to be out there. Yeah. They went out and smashed it at the European Games, but to come here and, you know, in their words, this is the big one, and to do their job, it just goes to show what strength there is within the British team and the squad, fans.
100%, it's been a big year for all of them, even though, you know, if they missed out on the Commonwealth for obvious reasons to kind of prepare for the Worlds and for Europeans, it's been a big year for everybody. But I think one thing that stands out for me, and me and Beth was chatting about, is that they are loving every single minute. You can see it. They're dancing on the rotations, they're chilled, they're relaxed, and that's clearly how that whole team gels together well, performs to the best they do. They're just enjoying every moment, which is really nice to see.
Credit to Team USA as well, because they've had such a rocky few years, haven't they, with all of the, you know, everything that's come out with it, with the courts and everything that and they've reshaped their system of training and preparation for this. So to come out and deliver, and they wanted to keep 6 in a row, and they managed to do that under phenomenal circumstances that, you know, these gymnasts have been through.
Yeah, there's a number of factors there, but I mean, you don't want to be, like you say, that team that stops at 6 in a row. But I mean, you've got gymnasts here that are brand new to the team. You've got experience like Jade that we're seeing here. Her tumbles are incredible. The double-double that we saw straight at the beginning was unbelievable. Yeah. And then to do the back in full straight second. A couple of these gymnasts are in college gymnastics now, and you can really see that coming through. They are performing week in, week out in front of huge crowds like we're doing here, and it doesn't faze them. They're quite happy to go out there, perform a routine, and you don't sit there going, are they, aren't they? It's a case of how good is it going to be? Yeah. And I think that reflects across the rest of the team.
Yeah. I'm sure the feeling of celebration is coming through to you at all. I feel we need to grab 3 microphones and start singing along with Neil Diamond here, because it has felt like, certainly the latter part, with Canada coming through, and I mean, you could see the emotion, couldn't you, on the Canadian gymnast? I mean, it is their first ever podium finish on the women's side. 100%.
I mean, they qualified in 8th position, you know, to come in here and do that. Like you said, you see the emotion. When you was watching Japan, I think it shows what competition is all about. Competition can be really, really tough at times. Yeah. The Japanese team could have had that. It was there. It was theirs. That 3rd place, the final mistake, gave it to the Canadian team, and they stepped up. They delivered what they had to do on a tougher piece to score those scores that they needed. Yeah. It's like all about what happens in the day, and today it was their day.
3 up and 3 to count. That's why it is so brutal.
It is, and I think Canada actually, by being in that 8th position, they almost just went about their job. They weren't expecting that medal, and then as they were getting further and further through the competition, they were just going nice and steady, and they're suddenly finding their scores creeping up. But I think seeing the emotion on Ellie Black, she's been through that whole transition with the Canadian team, bringing them back into just making the top 8, let alone sitting on a podium position. She's had a tough year. She's been out with injuries. They lost a couple of gymnasts coming into this championships. Literally lost one on Wednesday who flew home due to really unfortunate circumstances with one of the girls' mums passing away. So that will have affected the whole team as well. So I think it will have meant even more to them to take that medal home. Yeah.
And just thinking ahead briefly, we're just waiting for the medal ceremony to come, to the lads tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, they'll be sensing this. I wonder if they're here. There probably will be somewhere. Have you caught a glimpse of them?
I can imagine they'll be watching. Yeah, they'll be watching, and do you know what? They'll be gaining a lot from it. You know, they'll be inspired by this. It happened the same in Tokyo Olympics. You know, we was literally watching the girls get their medal, and it was our turn. There is a bit of pressure. I have to admit, there is a bit of pressure. You want to go out and deliver as well. The boys have got a tough job in their hands, but it's no different. There's definitely an opportunity there, and we'll see if they can grab it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as well, what a show Liverpool has put on. This is the first of the finals. We've got 14 finals. So we're going to go through this 14 times there. But, I mean, it is magic. And this is a celebration of all the hard work and everything that goes into it. And you could see it on the Japanese, but even though it wasn't quite going to plan, they could still smile about it. They could still high-five each other and enjoy what they were doing, you know?
I think they were another team that just to watch them go round, it was nice to watch them. They were, like, literally loving it. They were celebrating every moment that they did really well. well. They were smiling the whole way around, and like you say, even smiling with the mistakes that happened at the last minute, which cost them their medal. It's all about enjoying it. If you enjoy it, you want to look back at your journey and think, yeah, I loved every moment of that, and it looks like that's what they're doing.
Well, they are going to come out and have the medals hung around their necks. Just out of interest, what do you do with your world medals? Where are they? Are they in a cabinet?
Mine aren't, no.
Mine are just in a little bag.
Oh, mine are in some socks. I keep them safe in socks, so that's why.
Well, here come the medal party. The presentation party that will be out to deliver these historic medals. It's 6 in a row for Team USA. It's a historic silver medal for Great Britain and the first ever for Canada in the women's team final. But out come Canada first of all. And I don't think they can quite believe it, Ben, what they're experiencing here.
Yeah, quite often when you go out to a medal ceremony, there's such a quick turnaround that it's only when you get back to the hotel, you can see the smiles on their faces. When you get back to the hotel and you literally can't sleep because you're just so excited and you're looking at that medal and you're just thinking, wow, like I've done it.
I know what you're going to go on.
The eagle eyes amongst you may have just caught a glimpse of the lamb bananas, which we'll probably go into more detail when we've got more time over the coming week. But it's the little trinket that's been given out alongside the medals.
Oh, that feeling up there now, amazing.
So first up is going to be Canada to receive their bronze medals. Then we'll have Great Britain and Team USA. We may well have to leave this medal ceremony earlier, but I just want to give you the heads up that you can see full uninterrupted coverage on BBC iPlayer. But we'll stay with it for as long as we can. There's Dame Catherine Granger, who's going to be delivering the silver medals to Great Britain, and Ali Hitme, who's going to be delivering the gold. But Joanne Anderson steps forward to deliver Canada their historic bronze medal, and we applaud you.
Represented by Ellie Black.
What a team of Ellie Black, 27 years old.
Olsen, Daniela Patrick, Emma Spence, and Sydney Turner.
Each and every one of them playing their part. And wonderful the coaches get a mention too. Such
in second place,
a team effort all round.
Of the silver medal, Great Britain.
So Great Britain, they take the silver medal at the World Championship team final. Their best finish ever.
Represented by Ondina Champon.
And here is the history-making team.
Georgia May Fenton.
Ondina Champon, Georgia May Fenton. Jennifer Gadarova. Jessica Gadarova. Alice Kinsella.
And Poppy Grace Stickler. And
wow,
coached by
what
Molly
a
May
team.
Richardson. And in first place.
And in front of the home crowd, makes it feel all the sweeter.
And world champions, the United States of America.
But 6 in a row for Team USA. Unstoppable.
Represented by Sky Blakely, Jade Henry, Jordan Chill, Shalise Jones, Leanne Wong.
Well, that's all we've got time for now from these finals, but we'll see you tomorrow for more of the same. It's the turn of the men. Bye for now.